Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to Melanated Crowns. I am Queen Lovely. Today, I will be talking about the controversy surrounding the black restaurant owner, male restaurant owner, who told the black women to stop twerking and like it just went left. Before I get into this, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. I am a full-time entrepreneur. This is what I do. I have a spiritual advising business. I understand in these times, people may not want to donate. They may not want to book a reading because money is tight. It's Christmas time. I totally get it. So please just hit the thumbs up, share this video, comment below and let me know what you think so we could get in that algorithm, okay? And thank you so much for watching, of course. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and enable that notification bell. So today, I wanted to come on here and talk about this controversy with this restaurant owner, okay? So basically, there's this black male restaurant owner. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were in Houston or Dallas. I know it was in Texas. I just cannot remember the city. And from the video I seen, he basically was like, I'm trying to have something for black people, a nice place for y'all to come and eat. He tells the DJ, turn the music off. And he's like, y'all not going to be standing on my furniture. If you don't like it, I don't need your money. Get out. So that didn't go over too well with people. Now, by the time this came across Queen Lovely's desk, he had already put a statement out. And he put out a lengthy statement, and I read it. And he was basically saying that the video that we seen came after the fact, okay? The first thing that he did was, I think he said about 1 or 2 times, he was very respectful and kind with telling them to please stop twerking on his furniture, because I feel like that was the thing. It's not that you're so much dancing. It's the fact that you're standing on this man's furniture, you're twerking, and allegedly, per his words, they had their hand on the glass. So not only are you disrupting his furniture that he has in his business establishment, but you're also a liability now, because God forbid, the drinks is flowing, the music is blasting, you slip or you misstep and you go through that glass, he's going to be in trouble for that. He is going to be in trouble for that. Now, I don't even know why this, it became a big debate on social media because people, tried to do the whole stop policing black women and, if they were white, you wouldn't say nothing to them, this, that, and the third. Now, I went and did research. This restaurant is very popular. I seen that you have to make reservations like months in advance. Like his restaurant is booked up. And there was a lot of great reviews about the ambiance and just the energetic frequency in that restaurant. So I don't honestly feel like he's naturally nasty, mean, and cold. I feel like he's human. I feel like he's a business owner and he just had a moment. Now, could he have said it nicer? Absolutely. You could always look back on a situation and be like, okay, even though that came from me being frustrated, even though that came from me being paranoid, I don't want these young ladies to hurt themselves in my establishment, and then I'm in the midst of a lawsuit, I could have said that better to avoid it going left. In addition to that, once again, he is human, and as a business owner, he has a right to say, this is the type of ambiance in my restaurant, and this is the way I would like you to behave. Now, the second thing that I seen was people kept saying, well, if you don't want people twerking in your restaurant, then why are you playing twerk music? So this is where trying to be funny, this is where not having an original thought of your own, and this is where trying to evade accountability backs you into a corner. You end up putting your foot in your mouth. Because when I'm at restaurants, I'm from New York City, okay? I'm going to say for my New York heads, you go to Claudaddy's, Cafeteria, Brooklyn Chop House, even the Butter Spot, La Nueva Victoria on 96th Street, right? And restaurants like that, even though, New York City is very diverse, you'll see a lot of black people in there and whatnot. So because of that, and because these business owners want to make sure everybody is being catered to and feels comfortable and represented, they'll play an array of different music. And some of that music may be twerk music and drill music, whatever's hot, right? But if you're at a restaurant And this is known to be a restaurant. This is not known, because you know you have the restaurants and the lounges where you could eat, and then there's a dance floor over there. This is a restaurant. This is known for eating. If you're in that space, I would assume that common sense would tell you there is a time and a place for everything. When me and my girls, prior to COVID, because you know nightlife in New York City is dead, we would go up to 96th Street, go to the Butter Spot, La Nueve Victoria. If you're ever in New York City, it's not a fancy restaurant. They have Spanish and Chinese food, but we call it the Butter Spot because they have this drink that's called the butter drink. And it's just really good. It pushes you on your ass, but it is really good. It's a good time. We go in there, we cut up, we having a good time eating, drinking. And when we want to shake our asses, we go to the clubs. We go uptown to Harlem. We go to the Cove. We go to what is that? Social, I forgot what it's called, that club right there, or Red Rooster, or Babylon, the gay clubs if you want to go to Boxers, Castro's, whatever. The strip clubs. If we want to shake our asses, if we want to twerk, we go to the clubs, we go to the lounges, we go to the hookah bars, even regular bars. That's how New York City nightlife is. We're not going to be in cafeteria, Brooklyn Chop House, Mr. Child's, Claw Daddy's, even the Butter Spot, acting a fool. We are there to eat food, catch drinks, and then we're going to go catch a vibe at the club. Now, you do have brunch spots where they have live DJs, right? A lot of these restaurants will have live DJs, or they'll just have music playing in the background. And even then, to stand on top of a table or a couch or any of the furniture, you just don't do that. It's, for me personally, it's not the twerking. It's not the fact that they was just, you know, shaking their ass. You're standing on this man's furniture, and now you're a liability because you're inebriated. And if you misstep or trip, that's a lawsuit for me. I don't understand why that was so hard to believe. And see, y'all keep taking this protect black women, stop policing black women, sexual liberation. Y'all keep taking those real movements and meshing them in with these insignificant incidents. Those movements are going to become stagnated. Because this is the thing. I love black women. I'm all for protecting black women. But part of loving someone and protecting someone is holding them accountable, showing compassion, and pushing them to be the best version of themselves. When I was coming up, I'm 25 years old. We were taught there is a time and a place for everything. There is a time and a place for everything. And even in this day and age with the internet and social media and, you know, being able to record things, we was also taught you want to be cognizant of the pictures you put online. You want to be cognizant of how you party. You want to be cognizant. It's okay to have fun and let your hair down, but there has to be an element of you that knows, like, okay, I'm not going to go over this line because I know camera phones is out. And when I go and apply for a job, or when I'm trying to get into a certain university, or I'm trying to work at a certain firm, I don't want this coming back to bite me in the ass. But what I think is happening in this day and age is a lot of young people don't have aspirations that are of the real world. Everybody wants to be Instagram famous. They want to play a sport, be in the music industry, be a model, be a stripper, be a bartender. They want to do all of these jobs that really don't require you to conduct yourself in a way of morale and ethics. Okay? Once again, everybody has their own path. You got to do what makes you feel comfortable. At the same time of being your authentic self, you should have some boundaries within yourself on how you're going to act. You want to twerk? Just go to the club and twerk. Texas has been wide open this whole pandemic. Now, in New York City, our clubs have been closed since March. So we at a restaurant and we hear a song, we want to get up real quick and shake something. Okay. But y'all actually have clubs and strip clubs and stuff. Y'all have places open that are specifically for dancing. So go and do that. I just can't believe y'all are turning this into a oh, stop policing black women and stop policing their bodies and how they move. And he's just being it was disrespectful, I will admit. But once he came out with his statement and said, I had told them 2 times prior to stop doing it, and by the last time, I now, on top of being annoyed and feeling disrespected in my business establishment, I'm fearful because I'm like, this lady's on the glass, and if she falls through that glass, I'm going to be in trouble for that. That's no different than when our mama used to say, stop jumping on that fucking bed, because if you fall and hit your head, I'm going to have to sit in the emergency room with you all night. That's what I got from that video. It's like a tough love. Like, I love my black people. I created this space for you. Just act, regular. You don't stand on tables and couches in a restaurant. A restaurant is for dining, and start twerking. Even if they do have DJs. I'm like, do y'all not get out? I don't understand it. I don't understand that logic. I'm from New York City, the livest city. Well, it used to be the livest city pre-COVID. Most of our restaurants have DJs or have music playing. When you go to cafeteria is used to be 24-hour restaurant. After you leave the club, you would go there. They would still have music playing and all types of stuff. We don't get up and be dancing, OD, standing on tables. We may get up and play around and whatever the case may be if we at the bar, but we ain't going to be standing on the bar or standing on the chairs or standing on the tables. I think that's the element that people are missing. If you stand on a table at a place where you're supposed to be dining, you may just want to reevaluate yourself. We're not at the club. We're not at the lounge. We're not at a bar, lounge. This is a place where you eat. You don't do that. You just don't do that. This is what I'm talking about, like this blurred line shit that y'all keep doing. I don't get it. Like, y'all keep taking unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable behavior. That's like when you at a restaurant and you see people's kids acting up, running around on top of the stuff, and their parents is like, no, sit down. That's why I don't get it. Because to my knowledge, most of us grew up with parents or parental figures and guardians. That's like when you go out to eat, this is how you're supposed to behave. This is how you're supposed to present yourself. And even if there is music playing, that does not mean you get up. That does not mean you get up. I live in Brownsville, Brooklyn. When I go on Dollar Tree, they be playing Yikes by Nicki Minaj. They have a playlist. I know that playlist like the back of my hand. Pop Smoke, all of that. I don't be in the aisles twerking. I'm there to buy my stuff and go. If I want to twerk, I'll go home and twerk in my bedroom or my living room, or I'll call my girls and be like, let's go out. Just make it make sense. Stop bringing this whole black women, stop policing. That it wasn't about policing black women. This is a black man with an establishment. He wanted it to be a nice place for specifically black people, and y'all not gonna come up in my establishment and stand on my furniture and dance and then become a liability. Because what happens is, if he lets that slide one time and these girls is posting videos, people that ain't never been to his restaurant are gonna think that they could come in there and behave like that. You have to set boundaries. You have to set the tone. So that's all I have to say about this. I just wanted to come on here. I'm just like, are people serious? And then you'll have some people that say, well, why is this restaurant open? It's COVID. Listen, blame the folks in Texas and in those cities that refuse to put those restrictions up. If you're not telling me that my business needs to close or it needs to have a certain capacity, this man wants to keep his business open, he gonna pack it. These are able-bodied adults that are making intentional decisions to go and sit in a restaurant that's crowded. Able-bodied adults. Once again, accountability. You have some people that have yet to go to gatherings since March because they are scared or they're taking precaution and they just don't trust it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have some people that's like, listen, I'm going to live my life, and that's their business. So that's another thing. Let's stop with the policing thing over COVID. Everybody's an able-bodied adult, and if they want to go and put themselves at risk, that is their business. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. It's just like we be worrying about the wrong things. Is your kids good? Your mama good? Your grandmother good? You good? That's it. Stop getting yourself worked up and stop getting yourself upset over what other people, oh, his restaurant shouldn't be open. Well, if the mayor, the governor ain't mandating him to shut the restaurant down, and these people, they able-bodied adults coming up in there, what are we complaining about? There's other things to talk about. Today is World AIDS Day Awareness Day, okay? Let's talk about that. Let's have some conversations about that. I have a video coming up about that later on today, so y'all stay tuned. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about this. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you think below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And if you want to book a spiritual advisor session with me, a counseling session, or an intuitive session, or purchase a chakra activity or an email intuitive session, make sure you refer to the link that is in my description box as well as pinned in the comments, and have a lovely day. Oh, also, make sure you sign up for my Patreon. It's December. I know some of y'all are going to be looking for the December monthly forecast and weekly forecast. All of that is on my Patreon, so make sure you sign up for that. Bye.